Good morning, it's Monday. We made it through January. Yay! Sorry if I made you feel sick with that swinging round. Let me sit. It's the 1st of February. I do like it when the 1st of a month falls on a Monday. It appeals to my Virgo sense of everything being in the place it should be. There's not an awful lot to recommend February so far. That's what it looks like. How was everybody's weekend? Ours was quiet, dull. Other than dropping Ashley to the office to pick up some bits and pieces that he needed, I literally didn't poke my head out of the house. It was awful, awful weather. It rained most of Saturday, and on Sunday it rained literally from the moment we got up till the moment we went to bed, and most of the night as well. And it's still sort of kind of raining, you know, that really fine, mizzly, drizzly stuff. It's like that. It's not nice, and it's really cold today as well. At least yesterday was warm and wet. Today it's just cold, misty and wet. So yes, that's nice. Anyway, first of all, I have to say thank you so much for your outpouring of lovely comments on yesterday's video. Some of them brought tears to my eyes and made me cry all over again. And yeah, just so lovely. You are all so kind and so lovely. And anyway, what does this week bring us, I wonder? This week is William's 21st birthday on Wednesday. Can't say he's looking forward to it much. He's not going to be able to do anything. He's finished his inter-semester break at uni now, which is their sort of half-term type of thing. So lectures will start again, such as they are this week. All online learning, of course. And what else is happening this week? I'm going up to see my parents. Later on this week, Wednesday, I'm going. So there's that. Other than that, nothing is happening this week. This week didn't start particularly well because we got the new treadmill. Did I tell you we got a new treadmill? We got a new treadmill. Ashley got the ones with the bells, whistles, doesn't do the ironing and doesn't do the laundry. That's disappointing, isn't it? Doesn't even bring me a cup of tea first thing in the morning. However, we did manage to get, it has like a digital screen thing incorporated into it, and you can do group workouts or something hideous that sounded like the work of the devil to me. But you can do those with iFit or something. Frankly, I just want an on button, plod along doing my walking, and an off button. That's enough for me. But I was quite interested in the fact that it's got this digital thing that connects to the internet, because it means I can watch my YouTube or my Netflix. But you couldn't watch YouTube or Netflix because you had to hack it, because it was this iFit computer on it. So Ashley and I managed to hack it between us. It showed you how to do it on the internet. We learned, and we had it playing Netflix and YouTube. And then this morning I got up at 7 o'clock to go and do my walk, and I couldn't make the whole thing connect to the internet again, so that wasn't a good start. So I haven't done my walking. And then I wanted to, at the weekend I tried to check, I have a medical appointment today for something not, it's at the local hospital, but not an important thing at all. And I wanted to put the appointment off until there's less COVID. There's no point going to a hospital full of COVID, is there, at the moment, unless you really have to, were my thoughts on the subject. And I wanted to rearrange it for later on in the year. And I tried to log into the NHS referrals thing to rearrange it, and it wouldn't let me log in. And so I had to phone up this morning, and they said, oh yes, you didn't go, because I'd rearranged it once before. It was originally in January. No, it was originally in January, and I've moved it to February, thinking that, thinking that the COVID situation might be better by then. Oh, the irony. And they said, oh, you never moved it to February, you just didn't turn up for the January one. So whether there was a submit button that I didn't press to rearrange it, because I was absolutely convinced that my appointment was today at 11:15. I'd written it on the letter and everything, so obviously there was some submit button that I hadn't pressed, or something like that, because of course, because they think I didn't turn up for the appointment rather than having rearranged it, they've now cancelled the whole referral, so I have to go back to the GP. So oof, that also wasn't good. So I'm going to put it all off until after COVID anyway. I don't want to be going to the hospital at all. So yeah, that was my start to the week. Anyway, I've rattled on at you for over 6 minutes now, so I guess I better stop until I have something of vaguely more interest to say. I've got new jeggings on from Marks & Spencer. A lot of you asked to see what I was buying from Marks & Spencer's in the end, and it was quite boring. I just bought these jeggings, which are the same as my other ones. They are so comfortable and so holdy-inny, and they're just grey. They are not exciting in any way, shape or form, but I didn't have any sort of dark charcoaly grey jeggings, or jeans indeed. In fact, I don't know what I'm talking about here. God, I nearly fell over. Bloody hell. I promise you I haven't had a drink. It's like 11 o'clock on Monday morning. Yeah, so I just got the jeggings. I've got them on with my little flat Marks & Spencer boots today, as you can see, my charity shop bargain. And this jumper is from Shein, and their plus size range. It's the one where you need to size down 2 sizes if you buy it. I think I linked it in my recent Outfits of the Week video if you want a link for that one. What was I going to say? I was going to say something else as well, and I can't think what I was going to say. Oh yes, the other thing I bought was the light blue loungewear set, which I'm very, very pleased with. Side note, so I ordered the loungewear set and the jeggings from Marks & Spencer's, and I ordered them, what day did I do the video? So I must have ordered it Tuesday or Wednesday, and they sent it out, 3 items, one of which was a matching set, in 3 different parcels delivered by 2 different couriers, which I don't get, because it all arrived by Saturday, which is pretty quick delivery considering online shopping is probably at a premium at the moment, isn't it? And I ordered it like Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah, so Saturday was fine. So it wasn't like there was a delay on one item and they had to, you know, send the other stuff out while one item was delayed. But just thought that must be a really costly way of doing deliveries. 3 items, 3 different packages, 2 different couriers arriving on 3 different days. Most bizarre. However, very happy with all the items. Jeggings, as I said, super comfortable. Loungewear set is really lovely. I'll probably be changing into it later on, no doubt. So I will show it to you then. But yeah, very pleased with all of it. And honestly, look at this horrible weather. It's been this thin, hideous rain all day. I don't even know if you can see the rain actually, but it's just horrible. Anyway, I am going to do some more steps on my new treadmill because, unsurprisingly, my step count is pretty low today. Pretty darn low. God, it's cold. I'm going to do some steps and I'm going to reward myself with a Diet Coke. Although, frankly, a hot cup of tea might be better right about now. And, yeah. Get ready for the evening. I'll show you what I'm cooking for dinner. I'm cooking something new. So this is my new treadmill. And it's got this little digital bit built into it. It's not actually my new treadmill, it's Ashley's new treadmill. I've only shown any interest in the treadmill since the beginning of January. But, yeah, it's very nice and pleasant to use. It's really, it's much smoother than the other one, I guess because it's newer and easier to walk on. It just has a nicer feel. I don't know how to explain it really. Anyway, I'm going to stop wittering and do some steps. 26 minutes done, and I've got my steps up to just over 9,000. So by the time it's bedtime, it's 5 o'clock now, by the time it's bedtime I should have done my 10,000. So that'll be good. Oh, that's a weird blue light thing, isn't it? So this is my M&S loungewear that I bought last week. If I can get the whole thing in. There we are. That's sort of in at a weird angle. The trousers were a little bit long. I've had to turn them over at the waist, but that's fine. That makes them in a just about okay lengthwise. I could turn them over again, but yeah, they're okay lengthwise. But the fabric of this is just lovely. I'm so happy with it feels really nice quality. A couple of people were saying in the comments, and I do agree with them, that M&S quality isn't what it used to be. And sorry, just let me gather all these things. I'll come back to you when I've got a light on. Right, as I was saying, I do agree that Marks & Spencer's quality isn't always what it used to be, but this is a very nice sort of medium weight fabric with a sort of brushed feel across it, or through it, or on it, or I don't know, but it just feels really nice and cozy. You wouldn't want to be wearing this in the summer, but certainly autumn, winter, possibly early spring, it's going to be a very nice little lounge suit. And I'm pleased that it feels quite jumpery as opposed to quite, you know, pyjama-y, if any of that makes sense. Right, tonight's dinner is vegetable fried rice. Oh, update on my frother. It worked beautifully this morning with semi-skimmed milk, so don't know what that's all about. I think maybe it was just having an off week last week, so we shall see. I'll keep you updated. But you're on the edge of your seat, aren't you, with that? Tonight's dinner is, God, that looks a bit rude, doesn't it? Fillet of pork, and that's been marinating overnight in like Chinesey flavours. The recipe is from, there it is, The Takeaway Secret, which has all sorts of recipes for stuff like takeaways. They do an absolutely brilliant chip shop curry sauce recipe in here, which is just amazing. Hasn't got pictures, that's the only bad thing about it, but the recipes are absolutely spot on. Anyway, this is Chinese char siu, is it, pork? And we're going to do it with some vegetable fried rice. It's been marinating overnight. I think I cook it in the oven and then reduce down the sauce on the stove to make like a thick, sticky sauce, I guess. Chinese pork and fried rice for dinner. Yum, yum, yum. Good morning, it's Tuesday. That was more enthusiastic than I feel about Tuesday, although I've had quite a productive morning so far. It's about 10 o'clock. I've done my steps on the treadmill, started watching Bridgerton. I've only watched half the first episode so far, but so I don't know what I make of it quite yet. I'm just going to put some laundry on now. You just sit there on that bucket of Dulux Brilliant White paint. And I'm popping out to Tesco's for a few bits. I've also filmed 2 videos this morning, or 2 parts of videos. There were ones that had several parts, so I've done that. And yeah, very productive morning. Okay, let's see how the frothy coffee maker's going to do today. Same bottle of milk as yesterday, so no change with that. Well, it looks as though, oh, it started well, but then stopped halfway out. It's difficult for you to get perspective on that, isn't it? We shall see. Let's give it a minute to do its thing. I have this mug today. It's getting close to Valentine's, so a heart mug seems appropriate. Tesco wasn't too busy. Got everything I needed from Tesco's. Ooh, sorry, excuse me. Been waking up very early. I'm still sleeping okay, but waking up super early at the moment, like 5:30, and not going back to sleep, which I don't particularly mind, but I do feel quite tired today. But hey, somebody asked me in the comments what was happening with our building work, because I think I mentioned to you that, sorry, I'm just finding somewhere. I've moved the kitchen round and moved the microwave, which you always used to sit on. So now I haven't got the microwave for you to sit in the same place you used to sit anymore. So you're having to sit on ad hoc places at the moment, because the toaster is where the microwave used to be, and the toaster is too low for you to sit on. all of which I'm sure you singularly weren't interested in. Understandably, I wouldn't have been either. But yeah, building work. We had got planning permission for our new front entrance and rebuild of the balcony last year, back end of last year, and somebody asked when we were going to start with it. Well, the thing is that several things really. I don't want builders in and out of the house, and that job will involve a lot of builders in and out of the house a lot, while COVID is so prevalent. It doesn't seem like a essential thing to be doing while COVID is everywhere. B, I've got the added danger of having more likelihood of taking COVID to my parents when I need to go to them, which I don't want. And C, while we're in lockdown, trapped at home, done okay, it's looking good. Yeah, while we're in lockdown, trapped at home with nowhere to go, it would do my head in not being able to escape from the builders. From experience, when you have a house full of builders for literally months at a time, and it always is months at a time, it would be absolutely do my head in not to be able to get out of the house for a bit and leave them to it when it all became a bit noisy and a bit much. So there's that as well. So at the moment we're thinking about possibly doing the ensuite bathroom in our bedroom, which is the last bathroom that needs doing. We've done all the others in the house. I say all the others, there's 3, one of which is just a toilet rather than a bathroom. But they've all been decorated, so the only one left to do is my ensuite, which is quite a big room. I think I've taken you in there before. But the layout isn't particularly easy. So Ashley did a plan at the weekend, and we think we've come up with a layout. Let's go and sit down, shall we? Yeah, we think we've come up with a layout that will work. But the bugbear with this, also the good thing about doing my ensuite is that it can be completely sealed off from the rest of the house because you can access it from the back. We've got a full floor to ceiling window in there, which was effectively a doorway before we moved in, I think, at some point. And we can seal it off from the inside, not use it at all. It can be a completely separate room that can be accessed from the back, so there wouldn't be any people going in and out of the house, which would be a good thing. But the downside of it is Ashley wants to do the tiling himself. He has done he's very good at tiling, do not get me wrong. He is very good at tiling, but he is also working full-time and he won't take proper time off work to do the job. And 25 years of marriage, the experience of which, sorry, let me restart that sentence. The experience of 25 years of marriage to him, although he's brilliant at DIY and an absolute perfectionist, and whatever he turns his hand to, he does really well. He built a whole cinema room downstairs. It would take him months and months and months. He has suggested that it might take 2 months for him to do the bathroom. I know from previous experience that this is likely to mean 6 or 7, because he won't take big chunks of time off work. He will go into work. He'll say, oh, I just need to go into work for my morning meeting, which means that he won't come home till lunchtime-ish, which then knocks. So I'm really fighting against having, I'd rather pay more and have someone come in and do the bathroom and be in and out in 2 weeks, 3 weeks. This lounge took 18 months and it was painful. And that wasn't even with Ashley doing much of it. That was, to be fair, global pandemic in the middle of it and windows that didn't fit. So it was a disaster after a disaster. But he did the downstairs bathroom and that took months and months, and that is just like a little toilet. So I'm really not keen on that option. So, but we've disagreed about it basically. Super hungry today, so I'm having one of these for lunch. They are, I haven't had them before. It's from Aldi and it's sweet chili cauliflower potato rosti baskets. I've just put it in the air fryer and it's starting to smell quite nice. I am very hungry. Right, here it is. It looks a bit unprepossessing on the plate. It smells delicious, and I've got it with 1/3 of a tin of baked beans and a slice of this Leodama Light melted over the top of the beans. Yum, yum. I think I forgot to mention at lunchtime, which was probably the last clip you saw, that rosti chickpea thing, which was delicious, I might tell you, really, really nice, highly recommend, was about 300 calories, 309 I think it was. So, not a bad lunch option. Probably it would have been enough by itself, but I was just extra hungry today. I'd only had a yoghurt for breakfast, so I just wanted to show you. I've been wrapping my mum's birthday present ready to take up there tomorrow. It's her birthday in a couple of weeks. And I'm so happy with how that turned out. Very much happy with that. I do like a nicely wrapped present. As if today's news wasn't grim enough already, I've just heard that Captain Tom Moore died. And I was so sad, I had a proper cry about it. It's, he was 100, it was a life well lived, obviously, and he was such a symbol during that first lockdown of tenacity and keeping on, and what a difference a single person can make, wasn't he? And I just feel really sad that he's died. I'm sure there's a lot of people feeling exactly the same. But yeah, very much a life well lived. He can go in peace knowing that he truly, truly changed the world. And not many people can say that, can they? So, yeah. These tulips have lasted so well. I got them, look, they haven't fallen over at all. There's a 2p coin inside the water. I don't know if that's anything to do with it. But they came from Sainsbury's last week. They were only £3 for the whole lot. The bunch, and they've lasted for ages. It must be a week now, I think. But yeah, super impressed with those. I have taken, it's 5 o'clock, and I've just sat down, put my loungewear on, done weird stuff to my hair, and I have taken to diamond painting, which I probably wouldn't be doing if it wasn't lockdown, but I find it really therapeutic. It's these tiny little things go onto this sticky sheet to make a picture. This is the bit I've done so far, sort of this area down here. Let me pull that off, you might be able to see it better without any glare. Yeah, and I just sit and watch either television or YouTube on my laptop and just completely zone out. And I find it quite, almost like meditative, just doing it. I just do a little bit, haven't done it for a few days actually, but yeah, I'm quite enjoying it as an activity. I find it quite calming. So I just got it from Amazon. I'll link it below, but there's, just type in diamond painting, there's been loads of them. Good morning, it's Wednesday. How are we all doing? It's the middle of the week. Just getting bananagrams out of the drawer. Just heading to my mum and dad's to play with my mum. We used to play a lot of Scrabble, and then we both played a lot of online Scrabble. We used to have a yearly competition actually with Scrabble to we played all year and counted up who won. We did that for years. Excuse me. And it was quite competitive actually. But in a nice way, in a good way, obviously. But lost my thread now. But yeah, then we started playing online Scrabble. My mum plays all the time with one of her friends, and I sort of dip in and out. Sometimes I play with my mum, sometimes I play with other friends, the Words with Friends version. And I think that kind of ruined real Scrabble for us, in that Words with Friends lets you have so many odd words that Scrabble wouldn't let you have. I don't know if it's because it's American in origin and the different dictionaries, or honestly don't know, but I think both of us we did both lose interest in playing real Scrabble quite a while ago now, like maybe 4 or 5 years, I'm thinking. Time passes at such a rate, doesn't it? Anyway, I got that Bananagrams a few years ago, and it's sort of a Scrabble Lite, L-I-T-E, in that it's quick and easy and speedy and quite fun. That's overcooked. Oh God, it's hot as well, bloody hell. And what we're trying to say, let me turn you off and come back in a second. Anyway, I'm taking the Bananagrams to my mum's, was the upshot of that whole ramble. Have I put it in the bag now? I can't remember if I put it in the bag. Yes. So, I'm on the way to Bournemouth today. It's about 9 o'clock. I've got to drop off some parcels, get some petrol, and then I am going. I've got some finance bits and pieces that I need to do with my mum. We need to go up to the bank and stuff like that, and she'll probably have some computery bits and pieces she wants me to help her with. And obviously spend some time with my dad. I'm excited to take him those chocolate biscuits, the Tim Tams that Jenny sent from Australia. So it's Will's 21st birthday today. I'm trying not to think too much about that because I think it will make me feel quite sad if I do. I haven't spoken to him yet because A, it's 9 o'clock in the morning and he's a student and he doesn't get up at that time, and B, he stayed at his girlfriend's last night. He's in a bubble with his girlfriend because she lives by herself in a little studio flat. So yeah, it's nice that he's able to do that. So I'm going to speak to him later. I don't think he's got any plans for his birthday. I think his girlfriend cooked him a nice meal last night, and then I think he's spending tonight with his housemates, maybe having a few drinks in the house, obviously. What a way to spend your 21st, huh? It's about that's my back view as well as my front view. It's about 4:45 on Wednesday, and my parents, obviously, as you can see, in my bedroom. This wasn't my bedroom as a child. Same house, but different bedroom. My bedroom is another spare bedroom now. But I sleep in this one, which is nice, and it's got a very nice comfy bed as well. Oh, excuse me. It's been quite a busy day. Had to take my mum, got here around lunchtime. Had to take my mum down to pick her car up, which had been in for a service this morning, and then we had to do some banking and stuff and deal with some bills and other bits and pieces. And then I've just taken my dad to the dentist. He's had some quite full-on dental work done this afternoon, so he's feeling a little bit sore. So we're going to he's having a little sit down, and yeah, that's about it. Nothing else exciting to report. Mum and I popped into the chemist to pick up some prescriptions while Dad was in the dentist, and yeah, walked past some charity shops that I usually go in, but obviously they're closed at the moment, and I've just changed into my comfy loungewear trousers. Oh, how I do love them. Yeah, oh God, I'm doing a yawn again. I need a coffee, I think. Good morning, it's Friday. It's about 8:30, I think. It's the first time this week I've got out for an actual walk outside. I just felt like I needed, sorry I'm not looking at the camera, it's very, very, very slippy underfoot, so I'm just making sure I don't face plant into the mud, because frankly the way this week's going, that would not surprise me if it happened. So I hope everybody else's week is better than mine is this week. It's I've had 2 sleepless nights in a row, which is never good for my state of mind. Not completely sleepless, but pretty sleepless. Worrying about a specific thing. But, so I know I know why I was awake, so that's good, at least. But oh, dearie me. Anyway, onwards and upwards. I'm now back at home, obviously, in terms of not being in Bournemouth anymore, but I do have to go back again next week. Sorry, difficult to string a sentence together. I guess that's what 4 hours sleep does to you twice in a row. So, plans for Friday. I need to edit this vlog, or start getting it edited, and also I have plans to get that 30-day test video up today, but I don't know if that's going to happen because that still needs editing. Haven't managed to do that one yet, so that's also on the list. Might go up later, might not, we shall see. Might save it for next Wednesday, so I'm going to be busy again next week, so excuse me. It's a lovely fresh morning anyway. It was raining first thing, really absolutely pouring down, but it's quite nice now. Do you want a little look at the lake? It looks slightly less bleak and grim than it usually does. Good morning, ducks. At the waterfall. Lots of water today, look. Lots of water. It's amazing how walking clears the mind. Stuff that I've been churning all over. Sorry if I sound obtuse. Not obtuse, that's the wrong word. If I sound, so I'm being secretive. My dad's dementia is worsening, and I don't want to talk about it on here because it's not my thing to talk about particularly. And with the COVID situation on top of that, it makes it more difficult. And I don't really want to go into that any more than saying that, but it's a worrying situation. And for the last 2 nights, I've been churning over in my mind what I can do, how we can improve the situation, and not really got anywhere. And just out here walking and letting my mind wander, I've just had an idea that I think will probably be workable. I need to make some phone calls, and it's certainly not a long-term solution, anything like that, but just something to ease the burden a little during these difficult months of COVID, you know. So yeah, I've just had an idea that might be workable, and that, along with the sunshine, has lifted my spirits no end. God, I'm sorry I look so vile this morning. My hair's got to the stage that I literally can't do anything with it. I think I told you I was due to have an appointment. I had an appointment at 9 o'clock on the first day of lockdown in the morning, which obviously was cancelled. And my God, my hair has never needed a cut as much as it does now. Definitely went out for my walk at the right time, because it's just started chucking it down again. I had that little window of lovely sunshiny niceness. Got out there at the right time. Let me pop you up there. Blood pressure monitor, 2 candles, 3 eyeshadow palettes. Winning at life today. I have got this to try. It came in my latest beauty expert order, was gifted I should say. It is one of these, it's Babyliss Deep Waves it's called, and it's one of these sort of big crimpers I describe them as, and I thought it would be good to try. As my hair is longer than it normally is at the moment, I really ought to have a heat protecting spray to use, but I haven't got one, so I thought I'd give it a try and see if I can make it work. I'm notoriously rubbish with hair tools, although I have got that hair curler that I find really easy. So I thought we'd put this through its paces and see how it does. I've no idea how to sort of start it off, but we shall see. Let's give it a little go and see if I can make it give me beautiful, beachy, wavy thingamy-whatsets. It's got, oh, rookie mistake. Shall I turn it on first?
Jump into the car on a Friday night, I wanna drive with you. Looking for a bar in the nearest town, I've never seen a sky so blue. We don't ever play it and the night is young, it doesn't matter what we do. There ain't nobody like you. Look so beautiful, and I'm so lucky to be yours. And you're taking me high. Ain't nobody like you. I'm not coming down. Ain't nobody like you. I could go 1,000 miles as long as I'm with you. Yeah, you're taking me high. Ain't nobody like you. Talking by yourself and you make me smile. I can listen
go, right? But I love the sort of beachy waves, sort of tousled look it does. I think it's good. Oh, yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. Why can't I get the top to go right? Let me just have another fiddle with that. Yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. It's a different, it's much more wavy than my other hair colour, my Curl Secret one. And I like that. Yeah, certainly looks better than it did before I started anyway, so that's good. It's 25 to 3, and do you know, today has turned into a much better day than I thought it was going to be this morning. Let me just pop you down here for a second in the cupboard and use you as a mirror. I decided I needed to go to Asda because Tesco had failed to deliver a couple of things yesterday. Actually, that's not true, they didn't fail to deliver, they substituted, but with things that weren't any good for what I needed. And so I needed to go to a supermarket, and I decided to go to Asda, which is in town, but park right at the opposite end of town, so I walked all the way up through town because it's such a gorgeous day. Fresh air, nice long walk, more steps, and I've done almost 9,000 now. 8,926, sorry, I know step counting is boring, but I'm a little bit obsessed with it at the moment. So I will easily hit my goal today, which is good because I haven't hit it for the last 2 days. Anyway, I went into town, went to Asda, picked up a few bits, nothing exciting. Probably the most exciting thing, bread, milk, you don't need to see any of that. Halkidiki olives with chili cheese, I thought they sounded lovely. So I'll be having those with a gin and tonic tomorrow evening and pretending I'm sitting in the Mediterranean on a balmy summer's night. Maybe. Before I went out, I had a lovely Zoom coffee with my best friend. It was so nice to catch up with her. The 30th of December was the last time I saw her. So it was really nice to catch up with her. She's been really busy. She's medal management in the NHS for a network of dental doctors' practices, and she's been seconded to do vaccine. She's managing the administering, is that the right word, of the vaccine to care homes in East Devon, so she's been really busy with that. So that was quite interesting, talking to her about her experience of that and catching up with all the news. Of course, there's not any news, and having a good old moan about how crap January was and all of that stuff. Anyway, I'm feeling in good spirits, ready to go into the weekend. I just wanted to show you, I've just had a lovely present in the post when I got back from town from a subscriber called Lorna. She sent me a little letter in this beautiful card with a daffodil on, which I'm going to put on my kitchen windowsill because it's so pretty and very spring-like to remind me spring's coming. And she sent me this magazine with 600 under 600 calorie recipes in it, and it looks amazing. So many lovely things in here. Look at that Italian chicken fennel and garlic tray bake. How nice does that look? Thank you so much, Lorna. That was a lovely package to come home to. I'm very grateful, thank you. And I will try out some of these recipes. In fact, I might even try some out next week and put them in the weekly vlog. It's going to be a slightly curtailed weekly vlog next week because I need to go back to Bournemouth again. So I might just do a couple of days at the beginning of the week, weekly vlog, but you know what I mean. But yeah, the videos may be a little more sporadic than they have been over the next week or so. But don't worry, I'm still here. I'm just quite busy with stuff, you know, just stuff. I popped in and saw Ashley in the office while I was in town as well, and he told me that he had been thinking hard about the menu for the budget gourmet meal on a budget thing that we're going to do, the video. Thank you for all your kind feedback on that. Ashley was very pleased that you enjoyed his input into it, so that was good. And the budget gourmet on a budget video is on its way. It will be. We're filming it. I'm not sure we'll be able to film it next weekend, but we will film it soon. It will be soon. I think that's it for this week. It's been an up and down week. Captain Tom, bad vaccine news, good vaccine news, lockdown, all of that good stuff. I'll see you on Monday anyway. Have a great weekend, everybody. Bye bye.